Hey, what's up guys, this is Johan, and on this video I'm going to show you guys how I target feed the reef and kind of just feed all the little corals that's in here. Alright guys, so when I'm feeding the tank, these are some of the things that I use right here. Got some Prodibure, this is some bacteria I dose every 2 weeks, some amino acids, polyp lab, erythroids, live rock enhance, and reef enhance, and then my favorite one, the one I use the most, is the benefits. And I also started doing a little bit of reef chili, and then this is just my little cup that I use. It's like some old yogurt container that I used to just get some salt water or tank water, put some in here, and then mix everything up in it. And then I also use this one. This is just two, but it's like basically a pipette of some sort, like a turkey baster. I used to target feed if I need to. First thing I do, I get some salt water with this. Just get like just about that amount right here. It's a lot more salt water. I make it kind of wet because I broadcast more. I mean, it's only a little bit of frags, but there are some corals I do like target feeding, like the Goniopora back there, some of the zoas, and then frog spawns and whatnot. I like giving a little bit of extra food. I get some of this. Next thing I do is I go to the polyp labs, and I put like about 1 milliliter of polyp lab in here. So before I start feeding, so about that much. I just take it and straight into the tank. And then let's let it go throughout the tank. And what that does, it just wakes up all the coral and let them have all their polyps out. I usually wait till like all the white lights are off, but since I'm doing a video, I'm doing it right now with the white lights on. So just let it go throughout the tank. I don't really turn off any of the flow, any of the return pump or anything like that. Just let it run throughout the entire system. I could turn off the protein skimmer, but I just leave it go as is, and you can kind of see how this guy is starting to react. Alright guys, so everything is all set, ready to go. I have the return pump on like the lowest setting it could go, like 1%. Sometimes I usually turn that off. Then I have my gyro pump on. I like some circulation on there. Don't like to leave the flow just dead. And then I turn off all other pumps that's in here. So I keep a little bit of flow. Sometimes I turn the gyro off completely, but today I'm just gonna go ahead and grab some with the little turkey baster, and then come down and start feeding the coral. Alright, yeah. And you can see the heads slightly bobbing and going back, and that's just a sign of feeding. So, and how to know if your gonies are feeding? When you put it on there, it actually grabs it with the slime. So let me turn the flow off so you guys can see. So side by side, looking at these two gonies right here, this is how you know it's feeding. It looks like the polyps are retracted, but they're not in the skeleton. They're just kind of retracted, and if you look closely there, you can see some of the food still stuck to the skeleton with some slime. And at least this one, it feeds, it like catches the food of the slime and then pulls it in. So if you look next to it, this goni over here, it's a short polyp, but you see some of the polyps are still out, and others are like into the skeleton. That's because the crab just really walked over it. So it shows sign of feeding, but then the crab just walked over it. So they got a good chance to catch that. mentioned earlier, I have a bunch of sponges, and this is just one. I'm not 100% sure if this is a sponge or if it's a tunicate, but it's one of the two. I think it's a sponge, so I have some sponges here. I also have a ton of little feather dusters. You can see them right there, right there. These have like a red tip, and then right down here, right there you go. I have some. Those are the small ones that just show up all over the tank. So I have a ton of filter feeders. Let me go to the other side of the tank so I can show you the bigger sponges. Now on this side of the tank, you can see the sponges a lot more. I have some right here, some right there, and these are all part of the filter feeders in my system, including the clams that's over there. So feeding this tank might not be a lot of corals, but I have a shit ton of filter feeders, and that is gonna help with the as far as like the age of the rock and the type of fish I want to get. So I like angels. There are some angels I won't be getting in this tank, but the few angels I want to get, at least they have some sponges so you could eat, and then different little critters. And in my last tank, my 75-gallon tank, I had a lot of sponges, a lot of different corals that the angels could eat, and my marsh owl. That's why I think I had so much success with the marsh owl when I had it. It was because of the amount of sponges and the amount of extra like coral I had just around the tank, and it was able to eat off of the food that I was supplementing with, and then it also had some corals it could eat as well. So alright guys, we're just gonna go ahead and dump the rest of the food into the aquarium, and then let it just sink up. So just boop, put that in there, give it a little twirl, and then let it do its thing. It's gonna just be taken up by the flow and then go out through the tank. Alright guys, so that pretty much does it for this video. If you like it, go ahead and hit that like button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Happy New Year.